Sports Talk, man. What's going on, man? We already started, man. Your boy Recal. Hey, I'm glad you tuning in. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel to 1,000 plus subscription, and I hope you can help with that. Like, subscribe, man. Anyway, man, Patrick Mahomes, man, already in the league. He's already made the case, bearing injury, to be the best, in terms of stats, the best quarterback ever in the history of the NFL. He's already knocking out all the greats. He's already done things that players haven't done before. Tom Brady haven't done. If you look at, we could look at Troy Aikman, right? Troy Aikman. Well, let's look at John Elway. John Elway, who you guys consider great. The first 80 games in the NFL. We're gonna compare that, right? The first 80 games. John Elway has 17,262 yards. Patrick Mahomes has 24,108 yards. John Elway have 100 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes have 196 touchdowns. John Elway have 91 interception. Patrick Mahomes has 48. John Elway 53% completion. Patrick Mahomes already have 66% completion. That's the first 80 games. 74 rating for John Elway. Patrick Mahomes 105.8, 106 rated. John Elway, the first 80 games in the NFL, 0 championships. Patrick Mahomes already give you 2 championships. You know what I mean? So let's compare him to another quarterback. Troy Aikman, right? Playoff stat. We're gonna look playoff stats. Troy Aikman is 11-5 record in playoff. Patrick Mahomes is 11-3 record. Right? 12 years in the NFL, 69, whatever. Passing yards for Troy Aikman, 38,049 passing yards. 4,084 yard passing for Patrick Mahomes. 24 touchdowns for Troy Aikman, 40 touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes. 17 interceptions for Troy Aikman, you have 7 for Patrick Mahomes. 63% completion percentage for Troy Aikman, you have 67 completion for Patrick Mahomes. Yes, 3 Super Bowl wins for Troy Aikman, you have 2 Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes. But so again, Troy Aikman have Patrick Mahomes with 1 Super Bowl more. But still, when you look at progress, when you look at the game, what he's done for the game, has he changed the game? And Patrick Mahomes, that is, yes, the kid is fresh. Kid is fresh, new, but you see the game's changing for him. He's not just beating you with speed. He's not, when you think you got him wrapped up, the ball's out. You have to make sure you wrap up his hand. He doesn't make, he's not down until he's actually down. So, like, who's a better coming in who's a better prospect, right? Nobody thought that Patrick. Now, if Patrick Mahomes went to another team, would he be the player that he is today? We don't know that. There's a possibility, he probably still would be. But we see a lot of players go to a different team with bad coaches. Bad coaches could mess up an entire organization. Bad coaches could mess up an entire team and players altogether. And I've been part of some bad coaches, and their entire organization is just trash because of individuals who you have running your organization. And you look at Geno Smith with the Jets. Rex Ryan didn't know what he was doing. Todd Bowles didn't know what he was doing. So coming in for a player like Geno Smith, now you see him going with Pete Carroll. You see what he's doing. The guy got paid. He got $100 million. Now you're not throwing $100 million to a player who can't play. And the guy was in the conversation. Geno Smith was in the conversation for Player of the Year, MVP. With the Seahawks. So he's done that. And so looking at Patrick Mahomes, the progression and the guys, it's better. Like, to me, you're looking at all the players. The East loaded with quarterbacks, right? And every year, and he's the guy. He's the guy you gotta go through. Bearing injury. The kid is already doing his thing. You have to give him respect. I'm not a Kansas City Chiefs fan, of course. My team's it's Jets all day. We have Aaron Rodgers, so I'm super excited. I've been watching training camp, and it's been great. They're doing great. They're fixing that. But you have to give credit to where credit is due. By the time bearing injury, by the time this kid is done, he will be the greatest player of all time. People talking about Brady. I don't think Brady's the greatest. I don't think that at all. There's a lot of players who's even better than him. I think Brady was more of a system, and that's about it. But when you look at it, man, you look at the numbers, you look at the overall, Patrick Mahomes will go down in history as the best quarterback in the history of the NFL. And if you don't, if you're not watching football, if you don't have him as, if you don't rank him that high, you're not watching football. And I just name you, people you consider great: Troy Aikman, John Elway. The first 80 games, in terms of the numbers, John Elway won. The first 80 games, he couldn't win. John Elway at one point was considered a bust until you had Terrell Davis. You know what I mean? So that's it, man. Sorry, but yeah. Until but hey, when you look at it, Patrick Mahomes will go down in history as the best. You can look at all sport. You can look at the numbers. I just gave you a lot of numbers, from the beginning, and check it out. Now this year, of course, we have Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. I want to win, but to win the championship, you got to go through Patrick Mahomes, and I think that the Jets will be successful because we have the team for that. But the kid, regarding that, the kid will go down in history as as the best ever. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Thank you for tuning in.